Doom is well known for its fantastic level design, but like any game, there are parts that just aren't as good as the rest. The 4 official classic Doom games have some poor levels, and they have been well documented over the years. In today's video, I wanted to give the most infamous Doom levels another shot from a pistol start to see if they are as bad as people remember. Dictating what is the worst level from these games is tough, since in the case of Doom 2 for example, that has quite a few maps that aren't so good. I can think of Downtown, the Factory, and the Chasm as levels that have been brutalized by the Doom community, and I dislike these to various degrees. I think Downtown is downright poor, and the arrow on the ground telling the player where to go is even worse. The Factory is just kinda there and doesn't stand out among the rest. Out of the map's level design or enemy placement, I remember the red brick texture the most out of everything. As for the Chasm, I actually don't mind it as much as other people do, and Sandy Peterson should get a lot more credit on his Doom 2 maps than he does. However, this level has one crucial flaw, and it's the exit room not having a teleporter at the bottom if you fall down. This is complete bullshit, and I get that it's supposed to be challenging, but all of the other toxic waste sections have teleporters, so it makes no sense. According to my own experience and the consensus I read on Doom World and everything, Doom 1's worst level is Unholy Cathedral, Doom 2's worst level is Nirvana, Plutonia's worst level is Bunker, and TNT's worst level is Habitat. Starting off with Unholy Cathedral, I've tried to soften up my thoughts about this level, but teleport puzzles aren't fun. You don't even end up using most of the teleporters to beat the map, and you only need to hop through like 2 or 3 to collect all of the keys and get out of there. I like the Berserk and Pinky room, and that's about it. There isn't any point of opening up the 4 Barons, and you only accidentally do so when you choose the wrong teleporter. Unholy Cathedral holds up as being pretty bad, but at least if you know what you're doing, it can be a short level to get through so that you can play the excellent E3M5. Nirvana from Doom 2 is a map that I actually like, and I think it's heavily underrated. I know that the texture work and everything is not the best and that this map is too short, but I kinda like that aspect. Not every level in Doom 2 needs to be this huge explorathon, and in my opinion, Nirvana helps to shake things up a bit. The section with the Revenants and Shotgunners is alright, and the ending area with the islands full of demons is the highlight of this level. I like how you can bust out the rocket launcher and destroy all of the monsters from a distance. It feels like a firefight from long range, and at least I find it to be a fun little map. I just don't find Nirvana that offensive compared to Downtown or something. Nirvana is short and to the point, while Downtown is just a mess to get through. I'm also aware that you don't need one of the keys to get to the exit, and yes, this is a weird oversight, but I'm personally indifferent towards it. Nirvana isn't a map that I want to instantly replay, and by no means is the gameplay out of this world or anything, but as a level, I find it to be very passable. TNT Evilution Map 22 is hilarious, and I have no idea why this was put in the game. TNT is a mixed bag overall, since when it has good level design, it rivals the best work from Doom 1, Doom 2, and Plutonia. But when TNT is bad, it's really bad. Habitat is a level that you can beat in like 20 seconds if you know where you're going, and on my first playthrough, I had no idea there was a tunnel section. Yeah, they just tacked on this tunnel bit for no reason, and it bogs down the map so much. There are doors that lift up if you walk past specific spots, and it's just not very good at all. That's not to say that the rest of the map is brilliant or anything, in fact it's quite the opposite. The only passable section in Habitat is with this grassy field, since I don't think it looks as bad as everything else in the level. I mean, before this point you've already been acquainted with this ugly toxic waste part, so you've kind of adapted to its shit factor. Oh, and hiding the blue key behind this fake wall is stupid, and if a player doesn't figure out that it's here, they will be obligated to explore the other sections, and by extension, waste their fucking time. Just grab the blue key from the fake wall and run to the exit. Do not waste your time getting 100% secrets or items and explore the underground tunnels. Habitat is a bad level, but I also find it to be pretty funny at the same time. After map 22, we have Lunar Mining Project, which is this very focused and solid level, and these two create such a heavy contrast between each other. Habitat has been called ugly, and while yes, that's part of why the map doesn't work, however, I just think the placement of everything and the design itself lets it down most. Why are there random detours in a level that can be completed in 20 seconds? It's not like the underground tunnels house any cool items or anything, they are literally pointless, but whatever. Plutonia is a fantastic level set and has some of the best maps in any official Doom game. However, the game's ending third bogs down the experience, and for the most part, we get some mediocre to kinda poor levels from maps 20 to 30. Of course, there are exceptions like Odyssey of Noises, but the quality does go down noticeably in my opinion. The worst level in Plutonia is map 26, Bunker. This map is literally filled with small bland corridors, and it's just not great. The beginning of the level is rather challenging, but once you get your bearings, map 26 becomes rather bland to play. I was initially going to say that the sewers is the worst level in Plutonia, but at least that map has a lot more going on, and it seems a lot more thought out compared to Bunker. That being said, most of Plutonia's maps are absolutely incredible, and you can tell that the Casali brothers had a brilliant grasp of how demons work mechanically, and they translated that into great levels.
That's awesome.
It wasn't easy though. Yeah, toward the end it was. I just wanted to throw my computer out the window. I just didn't want to ever see a Doom editor again.
Did you expect it to be as popular as it is now?
No, I haven't really lifted my head up far enough to even think about that. I just wanted to get the job done, and just between the two of us, Milo would make something, and I would look at that and go, "Oh crap, that is so much better than anything that I could do." So I'd be just kind of basically chasing him and try to outdo him at every turn, and then he would see something that I'd done and he'd be trying to outdo me. So I guess that's pretty good that we had that competition going between ourselves.
I think Doom 1 has the most consistent level design out of the 4 IWADs, and that's part of the reason why it's my favourites. I would also love to hear from you guys about these levels, and I want to know what official maps you've softened up on over your time playing classic Doom. I used to hate Limbo from Doom 1 for example, but as time goes by, I've learned to deal with it. I still find it to be a disappointing penultimate map, but nothing can be more disappointing than the following level, E3M5. I think a common trend with classic Doom games is that they start strong and end poorly, except in the case of Doom 64, where I would argue that the weakest levels, quote-unquote, are the beginning UAC maps. That being said, Doom 64 doesn't really have any terrible levels, and now that I think about it, Doom 64 might be the most consistent, but it's not a part of the 4 original IWADs, so I didn't include it. That's gonna be all from me, but again, I would be interested in hearing your thoughts down in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.